guys? I am back here with another video. Sorry I haven't been uploading so much. I've been dealing with this whole pandemic like most of you guys are. So this video is just about my Horror Nights rumors, Scare Zone rumors, and Epic Universe, which is the new theme park coming to Orlando in 2023. So this is about what houses I want at Horror Nights, what Scare Zones I want, and the new Universal Monsters land that is coming to the new Epic Universe theme park. So the first one is Beetlejuice, coming to Horror Nights in 2020, hopefully. Beetlejuice is a movie that came out, I think it was late 80s, early 90s. I'm not 100% sure. So everyone's saying it's going to be a house this year. I love the Beetlejuice franchise. It is probably one of my favorite movies I've ever watched. It definitely would be cool to see them come up with a Beetlejuice house, because it wasn't really scary, the movie, but we saw them do that last year with Ghostbusters. They made a house that, well, the movie was not scary at all, but they made a house that was definitely up there for one of the scariest. Universal Monsters by music with Billie Eilish. I don't know how I feel about this one. We had a Universal Monsters house last year, but I just don't know. Billie Eilish, I just can't see her music in with Horror Night music. It definitely would be weird. Definitely probably be a new concept, new monsters for Universal Monsters. I don't think we'd have like all the same ones 2 years in a row. I'm thinking maybe the Invisible Man, something like that. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Werewolf again. I don't know. It would definitely be cool to see them collab with someone like Billie Eilish on how big she is. She's definitely growing. It definitely would be cool to see that. But on to the next one is The Haunting of Hill House. I don't know too much about this franchise. It is from Netflix, I believe. I heard it's a very terrifying show to watch. I have not watched an episode yet. But I mean, I'm up for anything at Horror Nights. There's always new things that are coming in every year for Horror Nights. So like when we first came with Walking Dead, I didn't expect anything from there. But then we had it for how long? 6 or 7 years in a row, just different seasons. That definitely would be cool to have a Hill House at Horror Nights. I mean, if it's scary on TV, I feel like people at Universal can make it just as scary in real life. On to the next one, 30 Years of Fear, HHN 30 Years of Fear. Definitely would be cool to have Jack, Chance, the caretaker, the director, storyteller, all of them back in a house like they did in 25. I was lucky enough to be there at 25 with that house. Amazing house. Probably one of my top 5 houses of Horror Nights ever. It would definitely be unique having all of them back for a second time. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm up for anything, I said. It'd be cool adding Chance in there, because Chance was a very different person from the caretaker, storyteller, from Jack. She definitely was very different. So I would love to have a 30 Years of Fear house. It would be amazing. On to the next one, Candyman. As you guys know, there is a new Candyman movie coming out in theaters. I don't know when, but the first few Candyman movies were amazing. Probably one of my favorite horror franchises in the world. And with Jordan Peele directing it, it's just going to make it even better. Jordan Peele is amazing director. We saw what he can do last year at Horror Nights for us. Gosh, that was such an amazing house. Probably one of my favorites. It would definitely be cool to see him collab with Universal again with a Candyman house. On to the next one is Invisible Man, Blumhouse. I'm not a big fan of Blumhouse. I'm a big fan of some of the movies they created, but just Blumhouse in general. With like the last Purge movie they did, it was not great. I loved Happy Death Day. I loved the second one. I didn't really like the first one. Didn't care for it too much. But back with the Invisible Man. I just think it's such an iconic movie. I would love to see them bring it to Horror Nights. I saw what they can do in California with The Invisible Man in 2018 with the Universal Classic Monsters house there. Such an iconic horror character, definitely. On with Epic Universe, the new park. Universal Monsters. I want them to have a 24/7 year-round house. I would love to see them have one. I just don't know. Everyone's saying that's what it's gonna be. I've heard so many rumors. I've heard from a live show like Beetlejuice, to a ride with Creature from the Black Lagoon, and then I've heard rumors of even more rides like with Universal Monsters and shows. So much stuff that could go on in such little time, really, because 2023 is not too far away when you look at it. I'm just hoping we have something to do with how iconic the Universal Monsters are. Honestly, probably last year was one of my favorite houses I've ever been through at Horror Nights with Universal Monsters. Such an iconic group of monsters in one house together just creates like a load of fun, and it's like super scary. Scare zones. I don't know too much about scare zones for this year. There's nothing been confirmed for scare zones, nothing been rumored for scare zones, to be honest. Vamp 55, Vamp 85, I think it was 2 years ago for 2018. I'm hoping we have like maybe a future Vamp or like a really iconic old Vamp. Maybe like I honestly don't know, because I'm just thinking, because we're probably gonna have another chainsaw scare zone over by Simpsons World. I just don't know. I don't know what would be that main scare zone down New York where the mummy is and everything. I don't know. Leave your comments down below on what you guys want to see at Horror Nights. I know I want Universal Monsters back. I just don't know about Billie Eilish. I would love to see Invisible Man, Candyman. 30 Years of Fear probably is my most anticipated house this year, if we do get one. And with Epic Universe, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on Universal coming up with a whole land just devoted to Universal Monsters and their legacy on what they bring to the table when it comes to horror movies? So yeah, that is this week's vlog. Next week, I'm going to be doing a podcast with my friend Michael, who is just as big as a diehard Universal fan as I am. So yeah, tune in next week. Be good people, guys.